All right, let's get right into it. We're about to break down the single biggest change to meta ads in like a decade. Seriously. And by the end of this, you're going to have a whole new playbook to win. So let's just ask the big question right up front. Is your meta ads strategy totally obsolete? The answer is yeah, probably. And it's all because of this brand new system they've rolled out called Andromeda. And I want to be super clear here. This is not just some small update. It's a complete ground-up rewrite of how ads even get delivered on the platform.
Okay, so before we get into what Andromeda is, we really need to understand why it even exists. Why did Meta feel the need to basically tear down its old ad engine and build a new one from scratch? The short answer? The old system was just hitting a massive wall.
The first big problem was just the sheer volume of creative. I mean, think about it. With tools like Advantage Plus and now all this generative AI stuff, we're all creating dozens, sometimes hundreds of ad variations for a single campaign. The old system, it just couldn't keep up. It wasn't built to handle that kind of creative explosion. And then you've got the whole privacy thing, right? We're all aware that access to that super granular user-level data is going away. So Meta was in a tough spot. They needed a much smarter, more predictive way to find the right audiences without depending on all those old tracking signals. And the third piece of the puzzle is just us, how we behave on social media. We scroll so fast, right? Our interests and what we want to see can change in a literal split second. So ads had to be chosen in milliseconds based on what you're doing right this second, not on some static profile of who you were last week. So you've got this perfect storm, too much creative, not enough data, and users moving at lightning speed. How did Meta solve it? Well, their answer is Andromeda. And again, this isn't just a tweak to the algorithm. We're talking about a completely new AI architecture. So what exactly is it? Think of Andromeda as the superpowered bouncer at the front door of the ad auction. Its main job is something called retrieval. It's the very first step. It looks at the millions and millions of potential ads it could show you, and in a flash creates the perfect shortlist. It narrows all those options down to just a few thousand of the best candidates. It's doing this faster and way, way smarter than the old system ever could. And the really cool part is how it builds that shortlist in real time. It's juggling three things at once. First, user signals. What did you literally just click on or watch? Second, creative signals. It's actually analyzing the ad itself, the image, the text, the whole vibe. And third, contextual signals. What kind of content are you looking at right now? An article about hiking, a video about cooking. It blends all three of those things together to find the absolute perfect match for that exact moment. And to give you a sense of the sheer horsepower we're talking about, look at this number. We're talking about a 10,000x increase in model complexity. This is all powered by some serious new hardware like NVIDIA's latest chips and Meta's own custom stuff. It's not just an upgrade, it's a complete quantum leap in what the system can process. Okay, so that's the tech. But what does it mean for us, for advertisers? This next part is, without a doubt, the most important strategic shift you need to make. Seriously, if you only remember one thing from this whole explainer, make it this. That's right. The old game of stacking a million different interests, trying to build that perfect hyper-specific audience, it's over. It's done. Your job is no longer to be a master audience guesser. Your new job is to become a master creative supplier. You feed the algorithm a bunch of different creative ingredients, and you let it do the hard work of finding the right people. This is the fundamental mindset shift. Before, we were telling Meta who to find with all our manual audiences and lookalikes. Now, we're showing Meta what works by giving it a wide range of compelling ads. You've got to understand this. The creative itself, that is the new targeting signal. So if creative is the new targeting, how does that change the way we actually, build our campaigns in Ads Manager? Well, the good news is it actually makes things a whole lot simpler. You can basically forget about those crazy, complex campaign structures. The ones with dozens of ad sets, each with a tiny slice of the audience and a tiny budget. The new mantra is simple. One campaign, one ad set. Many, many creatives. When you consolidate everything like this, you give Andromeda way more data, a lot more budget flexibility, and that helps the machine learn so much faster and ultimately perform better. And look, this isn't just a theory. This is why it really matters. Meta's own data from their engineering teams shows that this new simplified approach, powered by Andromeda, leads to an 8% improvement in ad quality. The system literally rewards you for simplifying your setup and trusting the AI.
Okay, let's wrap this all up. We've talked about the why and the what. Now let's get to the how. Here is your clear, actionable playbook that you can literally start using today.
All right, here it is. Your checklist for winning in the Andromeda era. First, simplify your campaign structure. One campaign, one ad set. Give the AI as much data as possible to work with. Second, create diverse creative at scale. You have to feed the machine. Think different hooks, different formats, different angles. Third, refresh that creative constantly, at least weekly or bi-weekly to keep things from getting stale. Fourth, go broad with your targeting. Seriously, just open it up and let the creative and the machine do the work of finding your audience. Fifth, use ROAS-based bidding. This is crucial. You're telling the AI, hey, don't just get me clicks, get me actual business results. And finally, increase your testing speed. The faster you test, the faster the AI learns. So, if there's one thing you walk away with, it's this. The whole game has changed. The new advantage isn't about being the smartest media buyer who can find some secret audience. It's about creative iteration. The brands that are going to win are the ones who can out-create and out-test their competition. The question you need to ask yourself is no longer who can I target, it's how fast can my team test and learn what actually works. That's the whole new game.